nice three-wheeler, won't it, Ron?
Oh yeah. First of its kind.
Yeah. I say we dive in like a pizza.
Start unbolting.
What you think, Ronnie?
Yeah.
You think so? I'm gonna start unbolting this sucker. What do we need?
10 mil. We can loosen up the
10 mil
first.
10 mil here. Loosen up. So what we're gonna do here, guys, we're gonna take this CFMOTO Papio 125 and we're gonna turn it into CFMOTO X3 125, a tree wheeler. That's the plan and the goal. But first, wow, they had that tight, didn't they?
Yeah.
First, we have to get this rear wheel off of here. I think they stripped these bolts out. I've never touched this bike with a wrench.
Yeah.
They stripped this one out. I guess it's a good thing we're not gonna need it no more. It's this one inside here. So what we gotta do here, guys, we gotta remove the rear wheel. We got a front wheel coming. Not sure if it's gonna fit. And not sure if I wanna go through the whole modifications, but we're gonna try. But I do have a wheel and a tire coming. It'll be here in a few days. What do we gotta do?
So it comes in, it's like a reverse invert.
Oh yeah, this is typical Chinese caliper here. So we're gonna remove the rear caliper. Let me get a light here. We're gonna remove the rear caliper.
I think we're out.
Yeah, it's close. Should spin right out now. That's an odd setup.
That is.
There we go. Now this one should.
Yeah, it looks like it's on a.
Oh, you know what?
I can't tell.
We slide the rear tire out now. We take this off. I've been a while since I seen that setup. They use the same style of caliper on the Chinese go-karts. But I've never seen that setup.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen a pin go.
Yeah, that's weird. We're gonna try and keep that caliper though. But if I have to, I'll order another caliper that fits our rear axle because it has a caliper mount. I may have ordered one. I have to look.
Yeah.
But there's for the caliper mount there. I have a disc coming. We had to make a jig to modify holes to make this. Now the Papio uses a 428 chain. So pretty common chain, beefy enough chain to do what we're doing. That tire should slide right out of there. I wouldn't worry too much about that caliper because I do have extensions. I'll end up putting it back on when we're done because it is a chain guard. Come up in here, Ronnie. Come get some of the taste of the pie. Stand back there. I don't know what's broken. All right. That's out of the way. So this is what it's gonna look like, essentially. And we're gonna utilize the stock axle. I guess they call this an axle, not a bolt. We'll have a sleeve that goes across here. We'll take bunches of these and we'll create a, let's come over here. We'll cut it down to where it mounts to that mount point, but we'll angle it down in. We'll do that to both sides and then we'll box it in on the bottom. So that's gonna make the swing arm stronger, but it's also gonna give us a skid plate that comes out to about in here. So what we're using for these bars is our CFMOTO bushings. We just machined them a little bit in certain areas and made them fit. So we now have 2 spacers. This one is gonna go right here, okay? And then, let's see. This one is gonna go over here in between the swing arm, right here. Right in between there, and then we're gonna weld the 2 together, and then this is gonna be our adjustment. And we're gonna utilize the stock axle bolt that goes through there. So that's how we're gonna do that, huh guys?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna work.
It should work out fine.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out just fine. I mean, this is only a 125cc engine. It ain't got hardly nothing for power. I mean, for this little machine, it's got plenty, but you know, our stuff is actually gonna be beefier than the swing arm itself. I'm hoping we don't have to build a new swing arm. I think it'll hold up just fine, especially with what we're gonna do to it, because we're gonna box it in with this. So that factory swing arm is gonna weigh more than the bike. I would say so, huh?
Pretty close.
Yeah. So that's how we're gonna do that, guys. We're gonna do that and we'll get to showing you how to do that. All right, so we got the laser and everything set up. Now we gotta figure out our plate. Get there. There's some straight line. We want to take a minute and thank 911 Fab, because them guys hooked us up. We had placed an order with them, didn't even know who they was. We had placed an order with them and bought these 4 welding fixture tables, and these didn't come from them, but the 4 tables did. And he had called me and asking me if I wanted something else. I can't remember what that something else was, but I ended up buying it, and we got into a conversation. Told him, you know, I was a YouTuber, who I was, and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, cool. I told him, check out our videos, he'll see what we're doing. And then it just went into a conversation where he wanted to send us a couple of things for free. So he sent us these coping tools, which we have used, or at least I should say Ron's used.
Yep.
They work pretty good, don't they?
They work very well.
Very well. And then, so I had bought these. These are fixtures to where you can bend them into whatever shape you want. We've also used these, and they work good. You can put these ends on them and mold them into however you want, and then build your product from that. Man.
Yep.
So this is sort of a plug for them, because they deserve it. I did spend a lot of money with them, my own money. I'm not making any kickbacks on anything. He just sent me a few items for free, sent me a hat and a shirt, which is down here somewhere. I was gonna put it on, but I don't know. They cleaned yesterday and I don't know where they're at. So, well, we have those. They hooked us up with a nice goodie box and everything. So plug for them, guys. If you need anything welding wise, fixture tables, all that stuff, definitely give them a call. Let them know Redneck sent you. Again, I don't make any money on any sales that they make. Just, you know, having a conversation with the owner over there was really pleasant, really nice. Really kind of threw some ideas at me on some things that I may need in the future or stuff like that. Just a good overall conversation. I bet we talked for over an hour, and a lot of it didn't even have to do anything with any products. It was just talking. So super cool dude over there. I don't know him other than that hour. And I'll tell you what, in that hour, I feel like I got to know him for like a year. It's cool. Here we go. Give them a follow. I'll put that up on the screen there. Check them out, guys. Back to the video. All right, we got these on the rear end. Got these spacers made, put them on there. Now we're gonna take this Oh man, the joys. The joys of doing this. Put that on there like so. Should stay. We'll tack it. We're gonna get this in place here with our spacers. Got those spacers in. We're gonna put this plate on. Then we're gonna make another plate for underneath. We're gonna box it in so it's nice and strong. Probably overkill, considering welding this one plate on here should be sufficient. Wouldn't you think?
You think so?
I would think so, but we're gonna box it, ain't we?
Yeah.
Make it stronger. Here, guys, this is what we got going on here. We put another tube. What is that, inch and a half?
Inch and a
No,
quarter?
inch and a quarter, I'm sorry. We put that across there, and then we're gonna run a tube, hopefully you can see it, from here to here on both sides, and then we're gonna box all that in. But that's gonna be our structural rigidity, and then we're gonna box it in with the slat stop. So this stuff is strong, but it's not that strong. So we're gonna use the tubes. He's gonna weld that tube in place. That way we have structural rigidity, and then we're gonna box everything in to make this swing arm stronger. Weld that in there. Just get it tack welded for now. Yeah. Close your eyes, guys. Put your welding helmets on. Not.
You know, I find myself watching TV in hot rod shops.
Yep.
You'll see him to go start welding, and you'll see me do this when on TV. It's just natural habit.
Yeah.
Don't look at the arc.
Don't look at the arc, man. Don't look at the arc. So we got it. Everything is all straight. At least we hope. We put the chain on. It looks to be okay. We got our distances right and all that, so. Right like that. Right like that. So we got this all tacked in. Now it's time to take the swing arm off the machine. We got to take it off anyway so we can weld everything up. And then this swing arm is going to get painted a Kawasaki, I don't want to say Kawasaki green, but fluorescent green. This is gonna be fluorescent green. This is fluorescent green. This is not gonna be fluorescent green. We'll take that off, it'll be black, and then fluorescent, anything yellow, fluorescent green. And did you guys know, there's a speed sensor right in this cover. That's pretty cool. We gotta have brakes, guys. The next step, what we're doing, I ordered a Amazon brake kit for an ATV, and showed it would fit the axle, but it doesn't. It's actually too big. So what we got going on, we pulled the hub off of the axle, and look, it just, the bolt pattern is right, but the hub is too small. So we got it centered up, and I'm gonna show you how we did that. We took our calipers and just went like this. like so. Okay, and we went all the way around it, tapped it into place with that 2x4, and it's only out by a couple thou. We can't get it any better. It's in the hillbilly machining world, it's dead nuts. So that's how we're rolling with it. There you go, Ronnie. So I'm gonna tack weld that on 4 spots, and we're gonna take it off, and we're just gonna spin it just to verify that it might have just a little smidgen of wobble. But I'm gonna tack weld it in 4 spots. We're gonna unclamp it. We're gonna just take it and spin it and see what it looks like. But I think it'll be fine. It's only out by a couple thousandths. It probably ain't even gonna make a difference. So, and by the time I weld it, it's gonna move anyway. Even if I got it clamped, it's still gonna find a way to move. So we're gonna tack weld it 4 spots and check it out, I guess. Should I just weld it from the back?
Yeah, probably.
Probably just, I won't be able to clamp it down.
No.
Unless I put something in here. So.
And just welding it the opposite side is just going to draw it towards it.
Yeah.
If you put a tack on the back side, I think it's fine.
Let's see. Dude, I don't notice a movement. It ain't moving at all.
Yeah, I don't see no up and down.
I don't either. So we're not seeing it. That means it's good. It's good enough. I'll weld it.
Remember, it's fast right now.
Huh?
You're gonna go quick.
Well, that's fine. We have to cut the brake tab off of the axle because we have to move it and make a new tab. So this is what we're gonna do. Whew, that Chinese paint stinks, guys.
Wow. That was real soft cutting through that.
Yeah, it's scary. Very scary. So we come over here and we gotta put our caliper in, which looks like that's gonna be about right where it needs to be. We might have to divot that a little bit. So we're gonna, because it needs to go down just a hair. Actually, no. Ronnie, can you pump that, please? So it's right where it needs to be. Okay, so we'll get that centered up and then we'll start working on our bracket.
Some kind of fender. It's almost like
Grab the brake caliper and just slide it on.
And that angle right there would be like the perfect angle.
It would. I don't know if I'm gonna find any though.
No. I was trying to look online, like old Warriors, something that would, you know, them all pop off on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Or like a Takati, an old Kawasaki Takati or a Mojave.
Yep.
Those would probably, because they're kind of small.
Right. So we got the brake caliper bracket made. I need to clean everything up before paint. It's actually ready for paint right now. Ready to get ready for paint, but we're assembling it just to show you what all it looks like. We got the chain on, it's straight, I have to order a half link, so that's coming. But there we go, there's the brake caliper on there. So a half link, that'll be here a couple days, probably, week, usually. We have to remove this, remove some plastics. Dude, she's looking gnarly. Tell you what, look at that. It's nice. It turns out pretty good for being rattle can, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Wow, nice. Okay. That's looking good, Ronnie.
Yeah, it is.
Ronnie's tightening up that shock. We got the swing arm done. Now we got to go mount the tires onto the wheels. We're going to do that and get those mounted up. Get everything tightened down. The brakes are hooked up, sort of. We just have to run it up to the foot lever. We're not going to do that until we're ready to put on those metal pieces. We can't put on the metal sides till the plastics are done. I got them mostly sanded down over here. I'm going to take you guys and show you that. I'm going to primer them real quick, and then in an hour they'll be ready to paint. There's the plastics over there. I got them all sanded down, all smoothed out. So I'm going to hit them with primer. Once I hit them with primer, we're going to go mount the rear wheels, and then we'll be back down here. Why do these cotter keys not seem like they're long enough? Oh, they are. Cool. Well, there's that. We're going to go on with the tires here in just a second. The bike moving in the air makes things
Difficult.
difficult. Unfortunately, though, we do have some bad news. Not gonna fit. So we're gonna put the front tire back on and run that until I can find a skinnier tire. This tire itself would work if I put it on a skinnier wheel. But if I could find a skinnier, same height tire, I'll tell you guys, maybe you can help me out here. This one is a 20 by 6 by 10, and the rim is 4.5, wasn't it?
I think.
4.5 wide by 10 tall, and it's 4 by 110 bolt pattern. So if anybody knows of a skinnier one, or this would be the best option. If you know of like a dirt bike tire, a fat one, that would fit this wheel. This is a 120/70/12. So it can be taller. We can do taller. But we'll definitely have to find that. If you know of a tire that'll work, let us know. Or if you know of a rim and tire that would work, because I really don't want to have to build triple trees. I would, but I don't have all my milling tools for my mill. So yeah, it sucks, unfortunately, but it is what it is. If you guys can help us out, please let us know. Well guys, we went ahead and we got the paint on the plastics and got the plastics all back onto the machine, same way as we took them off. It is done. We did go ahead and modify a nice, awesome muffler, which sure enough actually fit. We cut the other muffler off, basically right at the, I don't know where the stock one is, but cut it off right at the weld there, and then with the adapter that comes with it, it just belongs. It's even bolted to the stock factory location. This thing is looking sweet, guys. It is absolutely looking insane. I'm loving it, for real. We're gonna fire it up here in a minute, ain't we, Ronnie?
Yep.
We're gonna fire it up and listen to it and see what it sounds like and go from there. So, guys, don't go anywhere because we're gonna rip this thing and ride this thing in this video. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned.